Bitcoin and cryptos looking like they're going to bounce. Let's take a look at the charts and see what's going on. I'm Jay. If you like making those gains, then make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the like, follow me on social media, and don't forget that I will be releasing a market Cipher training course in the upcoming weeks and months. Keep an eye out for that as well. But let's go ahead and jump into the charts. So we'll start with Bitcoin. So what exactly is Bitcoin doing? So yesterday when I made my video, I told you that it looks like we could see a relief rally here for Bitcoin, and which means we possibly might get a relief rally with the other cryptos, including Ethereum, Cardano. I think Matic has already pumped like 100% or something like that. We can take a look at that. It's at $1.80 right now. But Bitcoin on the market Cipher indicator looking pretty bullish in the immediate short term. We've got a 19 on the daily. We've got a green dot. Momentum looks like it's coming to the upside, even though we just got into this red. Again, in my personal opinion, I think this is going to be a bull trap because we have seen solid green money flow wave come for months. I mean, since October of last year, we're just now barely getting into the red. If we look at the 2-day chart, same thing. It's still coming down, although it does look like it is getting a little uptick here. We did get a green dot, not confirmed yet on the 2-day. That should confirm in about a day, about 24 hours. But we are getting some strong DBSI numbers here on the 2-day. As well, we got a 16 here on the 2-day. If we go regular candles, you can see it's an 18 on the 2-day on regular candles. I like to use Heiken sheet because it just makes things look a little bit cleaner. Let me get rid of my trend lines here for now. And we can see that if we start zooming in, we can start seeing that we are looking like we could get a retracement. We're looking like we could get a double bottom here. Talked about this in yesterday's video. Looks like there could be a double bottom pattern here. And with that being said, typically when it breaks, we did just break this strong resistance right here. Okay, this has been a strong downtrend resistance for quite some time. We did just break out of that. So we should see a quick, I think maybe a bull trap could be just a relief rally before more consolidation, trading sideways, or another drop. And I told you yesterday that we could come up, we could break out and come back and retest these lower levels at about 35,000, maybe even down here to retest that previous resistance at about 34,000. So keep an eye out for that. Looks like we are coming down a little bit. If we zoom in even more, go to the 6-hour chart, we did actually wick down, not quite that low, but we did wick down a little bit, and it looks like we are starting to rise up a little bit more. You can see the money flow is sticking in the red. It is starting to flatten out, maybe curve up a little bit. The VWAP is starting to come down, but it could, let me zoom in here. It could, yeah, it looks like the VWAP is starting to come to the upside, as well as the momentum indicators as well. The momentum waves look like they're starting to come to the upside. RSIs are oversold, so this could be a good long opportunity. But again, beware that this could be a bull trap. We could test these higher levels, maybe around 42,000, 47,000, 50,000, somewhere in there. Who knows? But essentially, we've seen a lot of FUD going on from China, from bans in China. We've seen a lot of FUD in the market. People getting scared. We see the fear and greed index super as low as it's been since the Corona dump. So to me, this is bullish. To me, this is the time to buy. Although you want a dollar cost average, in my opinion, dollar cost averaging, because we could go lower, we could go up, and then we could go lower. You never know. Zooming in further on the 4-hour charts, you can see the money flow wave is starting to curve, which we like to see. We like to see that nice curvature. You can see the momentum indicator starting to curve down as well. You can see that it's been coming down like this, right? We've seen curvature. It looking like it's going to come to the upside. If we zoom in on the dot. The red dot here you see here. We did get a red dot, but it does look like it's curving here as well, which means we could get more bullish action, just depending. So if we zoom in even further, we can go to 3-hour chart. Same thing. It is looking like it's kind of undecided. Let me get rid of that. Kind of undecided as of right now. You can see these wicks, right? They're going in both directions, which means it's not really sure what direction it wants to go in. Although we are breaking the bearish EMA ribbon, and it looks like we're staying above it for the time being, which is relatively bullish. On the 3-hour, the momentum looks like it's starting to curve, flatten out and curve to the upside, even though we have this red dot here. RSIs are still oversold. Money wave is actually curving as well. Not as much as we'd like. We'd like to see this come to more to the upside. Start testing the 0 line. If we go to the 1 hour, it's starting to get a little bit more bullish. We do have some blood diamonds here, so that's something to keep an eye out for. On the 1 hour chart, we've actually broken the bearish EMA ribbon, and you can see it's gray here. We're back in the blue and white. We're getting a 15 on the hourly candle here, so we did. Looks like we did come back and retest these lower levels, and we did make a higher high here, or a higher low here, excuse me. And now it looks like we're going up to the upside. We are past the VWAP as well, which means that is typically bullish. We've got a green dot here on the hourly. Looks like we're headed to the upside. Money wave is actually coming past the 0 line. Looks like it's starting to come up, which is a good sign as well. So this could be bullish. Could be a good time to enter a long position right here. If we go down even further, I'm sure we'll see the same type of bullish action. So I did chart this on these smaller time frames. I did predict this dump. I didn't make a video about it, but I did draw this trend line here, and you can see that we do have kind of a lopsided head and shoulders here. You've got one shoulder there, you got the head here, and then you got another little shoulder here, and it actually broke that neckline, or broke this point of support that it has been riding. You can see it's been riding this level of support for a while, and it actually broke that, and I actually put it in a short position right here, but then I got stopped out when it came back up here. So that ended up being a negative trade. It didn't lose that much money. I didn't put a lot into it, but it did end up going down further, and then it looks like we are now, could be a double bottom, little mini double bottom here on the 30-minute chart, and go to the upside, which is good. We want to see this relief rally. We'd like to see this. If you didn't take profits, I mean, if we do see a relief rally, if we can see some sort of $10,000 move by Bitcoin, maybe reach these upper 40,000s and lower 50,000s, it might be a good time to take profits if you haven't taken profits already. I talked about this in yesterday's video. So let's move on. Let's take a look at Ethereum and see what's going on with that. Same thing with Ethereum. I mean, Bitcoin at this point is pretty much controlling the entire dominance. It's controlling the entire crypto market. So I mean, you can see some of my spider lines here and some of my key support and resistance levels. And we, obviously with Ethereum dropped quite a bit. I think it dropped like 60%. What is that? Yeah, 60%. And now it looks like we are getting a little bit of a relief rally. I know yesterday Ethereum was up like I think 15 or 20%. We do have some strong numbers here. We got a 16 on the DBSI. Let's take a look at regular candles. We got a 15 on the DBSI for regular candles, and we got a green dot here on Ethereum for the daily. It's not confirmed yet. That should confirm in about 2 hours or so today. And looks like it could be coming up to test the top of this EMA ribbon. Could be resistance right there at the $2,900 level. It's $3,000 level, we'll call it. Zooming in, you can see money flow is coming to the downside still, so be wary of that. If you're going to make trades, you're going to make long positions here. The money flow still is coming down. Same thing with the RSIs. RSIs are still overbought, right? On the higher time frames, 12-hour daily, they're still overbought. Even though they're coming down closer to the 0 line, they're still overbought. So you can see the manipulation here, the whale manipulation, but looks like we're coming up for a little bit of a relief rally. We're coming to the spider line here, and that could be some resistance. You can see it's wicking, it's not getting past there. But let's scroll down further. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is, where's my DBSIs? Let's get the DBSI on here. There we go. So we got a 14 on this 4-hour candle right here. We've got a green dot. Looks like we did come down. We tested the previous resistance or support. Now it looks like we're heading to the upside. We got 14. That's a good signal. Let's look at the regular candles on that. 14 on regular candles as well. That's still pretty bullish. That's what Crypto Face says that the cutoff is. That's where he likes to start looking for long positions, is when you get a 14 on the DBSI. We've got a 10 on the 3-hour. We have a 15 on the 2-hour, which is looking relatively bullish. You can see the money flow is starting to come up on the 1-hour. That's good news. That's a positive sign. After being red for quite a while, we did bottom out here, and it looks like we're heading to the upside, just like Bitcoin. Ethereum's still holding pretty strong. I think the Ethereum dominance is around 17, 18, 19%, somewhere in there, I believe. I haven't looked at it for a little while, so I could be wrong about that. But it is holding up pretty strong as well. You can see it is up 1.5% today so far, and everything else doesn't look as good as Ethereum, because obviously Ethereum is the second strongest cryptocurrency, I'm sure as you know. Let's take a look at ADA, Cardano. I do have a big position in ADA, and so I like to follow this. Looks like we did come down and test a key Fibonacci area down here at the $1.33, or you can even argue, $1.29 to $1.33 area with Fibonacci. That was the, what was that, 818? 618, that's the 618. Looks like we are above the 786 right now, which is good news on a macro perspective. Not as strong on Cardano as far as the DBSI number. We got 7/3, so it looks like it's kind of just deciding what it wants to do here. If we scroll down, so we are on the daily time frame for ADA. It looks like we are coming down and could get a green dot here, but I mean, we could either get a green dot here, or I mean, it could just come down further. You never know. So you gotta be careful. It looks like the money flow is it came down. It looks like it is coming back up a little bit. The momentum indicators look like they are. Let's take a look at more macro perspective. So, Bitcoin likes to move in curves and waves. So you can see this this curve here, right? So this is looking a little bit bearish to me. And, you could argue the same thing with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has the same curvature. You can see higher highs, and then we start getting lower lows. We see this bearish divergence here. The momentum indicators are diverging from the price action. You can see the price action here is, we're making higher highs as the momentum waves are making lower highs, which is not necessarily good news. I mean, that's why we saw this massive correction here. But it's not done yet, right? So, I mean, we could, down here, we could get a green dot. We could, go bullish. But if you follow this trajectory of this curvature, right, we should get, maybe a little bit of a relief rally up to about right there, right? If we're looking at market Cipher. So this is the spot that I can draw. This is the spot that I would look for, right? In that area, for this to come up. If we get a green dot here in the daily, we might come up to about this point, because that continues, that looks like it would continue down with the curvature of the market Cipher B indicator, right? And that's the way it works. It works in curves. We look for curvature. And that's why I think we're going to see the mini bear market in this cycle, because just the technicals and using market Cipher. And since we've been in a bull run for such a long time, we haven't really seen that big of corrections, although ADA was in a brief consolidation period. It was in an ascending triangle here. Where a lot of people called it a stable coin because it just didn't want to break out. Finally did break out, and now we've seen a retracement. We saw it all the way down to about, I think $1 is what ADA ultimately came down to. I do remember, about 90 cents is what it went down to. But again, I do see maybe a little bit of a relief rally here. Hopefully that is something that we get. So, and if you haven't taken profits, might be a good time to take profits. I personally probably will take some profits, but I believe in ADA long term. That I'm probably going to leave most of my bag in there, because I believe in it long term. That being said, things are looking pretty good in the immediate short term, but overall, it definitely is looking like we're going to see a mini bear market, especially since if we go back to Bitcoin and we look at the weekly close. The weekly close is below the 20 EMA moving average. So because of that, because it closed below the 20 EMA, that's typically an indication that a bearish indication. So, and look, we've got on the weekly, we've got a 14. We've got a 14 on the DBSI on the weekly. So, I mean, again, that doesn't mean it can't go up, but, Bitcoin's like a locomotive. I talked about this in my last video. When it goes down a hill, it doesn't just shoot right back up and make new all-time highs, right? If a locomotive's going down a hill, you have to hit either a flat spot or a bump, to see a reversal, right? So, if there's heavy downwards action, you need to be able to kind of flatten out before you can come back up. And inside that flattening out period, it's going to zig up and down like this, right? Before ultimately going down and maybe, seeing price action go way up. Ultimately, I'm bullish in the long term. I think Bitcoin's going to hit 6 figures for sure. I think Ethereum's going to hit at least $10,000. I think ADA will hit at least, $3 to $5 at a minimum. I think it can go a lot higher. I've heard chatter and speculation of a $8 to $10 ADA this bull cycle. We'll see about that. But in the immediate short term, it looks like we're going to be in consolidation for a while. That's my personal opinion. So that being said, if you like the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you like making those gains, if you like crypto, obviously hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. And don't forget that I have a full market Cipher training tutorial and course coming out in the upcoming weeks. I'm working on it really hard right now, and my website as well. I'm the only one. I'm a solopreneur, you want to call it that. So it does take me time. I am a truck driver. I have a secondary job that I do on full time, as well as crypto full time as well. So if you'd like to support the channel, if you'd like to help me go more full time in this and get content out on a more frequent basis, I'm doing daily videos as of right now. You can support me. You can support the channel. You can go to my website, escobarj.com, and sign up to my newsletter. You can subscribe, follow me on social media, and I will make either maybe a Patreon or make some sort of a donation if you'd like to donate to my channel, help me get out of the 9 to 5 and do this full time for you guys. So that being said, keep shredding, keep making those gains, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care.